So as you saw, I've been recording some drums for some of my songs for my new album. I was going to go through the sort of things I've done with miking and preamps and all that stuff. So my room sound was meant to be it's kind of going to be my focal point of the drums. Everything's going to be blended into the rooms. So I want a really nice big room sound. So for that, we're using these C414s. We've got them in Omni pattern, so they're taking everything around them. I've got them spaced on the two sides of the studio. As you can see, the drums are here, and in the center we've got a single mono mic, and this one is in cardioid. I can't remember what this one's called, but yeah, this one's just straight cardioid pattern, so it's just taking up everything in this sort of area. Now the reason I faced these away is because when you record, a thing to do when recording in cardioid pattern is with your rooms, if you face them towards the wall, you'll pick up more of the reflections of the room sound, so it'll be more reverbed. So I kind of just do that when I put it in Omni anyway, even though it doesn't really make a difference because it's picking everything around. I just like to do that. So let's have a look at what I put it through. So as you can see here, here's the patch bay and all the preamps. Right, so I put the rooms through this nice Neve 1073. The reason I've done this is because you can get a really nice warm fat sound out of this, especially because it's got EQ on it. Now Tom Langley has been managing all of the preamps, like gains and settings and stuff, and like the levels, while I've been on the drums in the studio. So he's been doing all the compression stuff here, but I picked the preamps, so I'll tell you why I've done those. So that's why I've done that one. The EQ has been left off on this, and it's just been, the gain has been done. So let's have a listen to what the rooms sound like. So here we have our two stereo rooms. And this is our mono room. This is what they sound like together. So I take out the mono. I also forgot to mention that the mono room is running through this Focusrite ISA 828. This is just to get like a more natural sound out of it. So yeah, let's look at the overheads. Okay, so for the overheads, we've got two KM184s, condenser mics. Just pointing down, facing towards the snare, sort of. Just kind of capturing the whole drum kit, but mainly the cymbals. Yeah, so let's look at the preamps. And for the hi-hat, we've just got a 57 here, just facing the top, about hand's width away. The reason I used 57 is just because we ran out of mics. There weren't any other condensers, and 50% normally does the job. We use these KM184s as well because they sound very good on overheads. They have a good clarity and presence to them. So let's look at the preamps. So for the overheads and the hi-hat, we've gone with the Focusrite again, the ISA. Once again, the reason I've done this is I just want a natural sound out of these things. I'm not too bothered about making them super warm or anything like that, or like adding any punch or any compression. All of that sort of stuff I'll do afterwards. So yeah, that's literally why I've done that. Let's listen to the overheads. This does have a bit of EQ on it actually, I'm pretty sure, so let's see what that sounds like without. Yeah, and for the hi-hat, there isn't any hi-hat in the song, so I won't show that, but it's just very simple. There's not really much bleed in it. It actually sounds really good. So yeah, let's have a look at the kick. Okay, so for the kick, I've got two mics. So inside the actual kick is an AKG D112. I can't show you. Actually, I can show you on the other side, but the kicks here don't have mic holes cut into them, so I have to take the whole thing off, put the mic in, and then screw it back on, which is a pain to do. But I've got the kick about midway, kind of. I'm not sure if you can, you won't be able to see, but I've got about midway, just facing the other side of the beater side. Just yeah, get that more clicky, boxy sound. More heavy sound, really, metal, rock metal sort of thing. And then we have our sub kick here on the outside. So this sounds really low. This is an NS1, I think it is. It's like a speaker. This is really just add some more low end sub to the bass. It's more of a secondary thing to fade in to add to it. So let's kind of have a look at the preamps. Right, so for the D112, the kick in, I've got this running through the UA 6176. The reason I've done this is because this is a really nice warm sounding preamp. I just wanted a more warm sounding kick. So we don't have any EQ on this preamp, but Tom's done some compression on it. I think he's done around 3 dB. So I think we've got sort of medium attack and fast release, and just average ratio of 4. And then yeah, so that's really just to tickle it, really. Nothing too heavy, because it doesn't need compressing that much, and my hits are quite firm and consistent, so you don't have to worry about that. And then for the sub, it's just running straight through the desk here. I didn't really see I didn't feel any need to put it through anything, because it's literally like 20 to 50 hertz or something is the range. It barely picks up anything else. It's just very dong dong. So let's have a listen to that. This is what the kick in sounds like. Very boxy. And this is what the sub kick sounds like. So we'll EQ all of that overhead out and stuff, and it'll just be that low end there of the kick. So they sound like together. Yeah, so let's have a look at the snare. Okay, so for the snare, we've got top and bottom. On the top, we've got this AKG C451B, I think that's what it is. Yeah, C451B. So this is a pencil condenser mic. The reason I chose this over just your typical 57 is because 57 has a nice low end in it, and like is a lot fat, but I'm looking for more of a crack sound, and I personally prefer the sound of this mic compared to the 57. It has a lot of presence in it and clarity. Like it's got more of that crack to it with the snare, especially because my snare is a lot more high pitch. It really benefits that. And then on the bottom, we've just got 57 there. So let's have a look at the preamps for that. So for the preamps, I've chosen the UA 4710D. The reason I've done this is because you can get a really nice fat punchy sound out of this preamp. And you have the option to choose between transversal tube and just tube. I think that's what it is. But yeah, so Tom's done this, gone through this. I don't think he's put any compression on it, but he's chosen more of the trans side for the snare top and bottom, and then obviously the gain levels. So let's have a listen to that. This is just the top. This is the bottom. Yeah, that's that. Let's have a look at the toms. Right, so on the toms, we've got these MD41s, Sennheisers. These are great for toms, bass, kind of low end things. They're directional, so it's this is what picks up the sound, this direction. So let's just look at the preamps. So with these, we've used the UA 4710D again. Same reason, get a nice fat punchy sound out of them. This time Tom's using more of the tube side. So let's have a listen to what these sound like. I actually really like the sound of these toms. I think they're sounding very good. So let's find some bits which have them in.